Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to Terraform section. Okay, so this is the first time we are learning Terraform. Okay, you might not have heard about this tool as well, but this is a great tool for infrastructure as a code tool. Okay, we call this tool as a infrastructure as a code tool, and you can see automate infrastructure on any cloud. What does that mean? Okay, in last almost 1 month, we have learned AWS in great details. We have seen a lot many services within the AWS like VPC, S3, RDS, identity and access management, then load balancing, and lot many things that we have seen within this AWS. Okay, and how we have created all those things, we have went to each and every service. Let's say I want to create a VPC. In that case, I went to the VPC, then I just went to the your subnet. Then I have just sorry your VPCs, then I have created a VPC, then fill up all these details, and this is how I have created my VPC. If I have to create my EC2 instance, in that case I just went to this service EC2 virtual servers in the cloud, and after that I have just done the launch instances. So this is the process which we have followed till now to create our infrastructure. This resources is nothing but infrastructure, creating an EC2 instance, creating a load balancer, creating a VPC. It all comes under the infrastructure. Okay. So till now, whatever things we have created, we have logged into our AWS account and then we have created the things. Okay. And this HashiCorp, okay, this Terraform, name of the tool is the Terraform, and this Terraform is provided by the HashiCorp company. Just say AWS is provided by the Amazon, GCP is provided by the Google. Okay, in the same way, HashiCorp is the company and Terraform is their tool. Okay, and this Terraform is, we call it as a infrastructure as a code tool. We have to write something. Okay, now why we are making use of the Terraform and what is the basic usage of the Terraform? That is nothing but we need to automate the infrastructure creation part. Because let's say if I ask you to create multiple things, like let's say if I ask you to create, let's say a VPC. Okay, so let's say I have manually, okay, I just logged into AWS console and I got a request to create a VPC, then to create a internet gateway, then to create public subnet, let's say two public subnet and two private subnet. Then after that I got a request to create an EC2 instances over here as well. Then after that NAT gateway in the public subnet, then route table over here, over here. So you can see this mean the number of resources are getting increased if I keep on adding the things. And then we have to maintain the uh, security group attached to this EC2 instance, to this EC2 instance. Okay, then we have to maintain the flow logs, like logs are getting generated, so we need to store all those logs in the S3 bucket. So for that matter I have to create the S3 bucket over here. Then we have to maintain the NACL, network access control list, at the subnet level, which act as a firewall. So, and each and everything which I have created, it's, let's say I have to create in Mumbai region. Okay, and let's say I have created that successfully, there is no issue. It took me almost 2 to 3 hours because each and everything creation part will take some time, and at the very first time definitely it will take time. Okay, so you got a request to create all those things and you have created it. Okay, later maybe after 1 week you got a request to create the same setup in other 10 different regions like Singapore region, Ireland region, North Virginia, Ohio, Tokyo, and many other regions. Okay, so you got a request to replicate the same infrastructure that you have created in Singapore region as well. So let's say you are not aware about Terraform. In that case, you will just go to this uh, newer region by selecting over here, and after that again you will go to the VPC section and again start creating all those things manually. But this is not a good practice to create a lot of or a bigger kind of infrastructure manually step by step, because over here we are creating almost 20 to 30 resources within our infrastructure. Let's say these are the 30 resources and we want to replicate the same thing in Singapore region. By mistake we might miss one of the resources, because this is the human task, manual task. So in that way we may miss one of the security group, or we may miss one of the entry within the security group. So there is no guarantee that it is going to work 100% same as this infrastructure. Okay, also let's say if anyone is expert and that person is not doing any mistake, but still that person need to invest a lot of time to replicate the entire setup like the Mumbai region. And maybe in the future if we might need to replicate to 10 different region, in that case same process we have to follow in 10 different regions, right? Which is not a good practice. So we are in the automation world and we don't want to replicate the things manually. We don't want to go to like switch to different region and create the same kind of infrastructure. Okay, that is our means that doesn't comes under the automation thing. So that's where Terraform came into the picture, which is mainly to automate the infrastructure on any cloud. Okay, any cloud matlab like we have AWS provided by the Amazon, we have GCP, Google Cloud Platform, one of the other cloud provider, we have Azure provided by the Microsoft, which is also one of the great cloud as of now, and there are many other cloud providers apart from these three cloud providers. Okay, then this Terraform is going to help us in automating the infrastructure. How does this automate it? We have to write a simple and short code. Okay, and once we execute that code, then infrastructure will get created. Let's say I want to create a EC2 instance in the Mumbai region. Okay, and I don't want to use this console over here. I want to execute or I want to create the EC2 instance from backend. So I just need to go to this backend, like any of the terminal, create a script for that and execute it. And once you execute it, this instance will get created at this location. Okay, so that is the all about Terraform. Okay, and it supports all the all the clouds. Okay, if I just go to the registry.terraform.io, this is the website. Okay, over here you will see which all providers, which all things are present within the Terraform. So if you just click on the browse providers, you will get to see that providers is nothing but a cloud provider. Okay, now as I told you, Terraform is a tool provided by the HashiCorp, which is helping us to create a infrastructure within the cloud providers. So which all cloud providers Terraform support? That is nothing but AWS is the foremost important, and we have learned AWS in great detail, so we are going to make use of the AWS as a cloud provider while learning the Terraform. But we can make use of Azure as well, we can make use of GCP as well, because Terraform is a single tool which can create infrastructure on all these cloud providers. Okay, and these are the six foremost and widely used cloud providers. There are other cloud providers as well, like or maybe we can say there are other tools on which we can make use of the Terraform. Okay, like console is there, then Vault is there, HashiCorp, Helm, Nomad. So there are a lot of things which are mentioned over here, and these things we can create with the help of Terraform. Okay, but our main goal will be on the AWS only, because we have idea about AWS, so it will be easy for us to understand the Terraform after Terraform for creating the infrastructure on AWS. Okay, let's click on the AWS as we are interested within that. Now this is the uh, version of the AWS provider, like 4.48.0, which is updated almost 3 days back. Okay, and this is the official AWS. Okay, so we will be always working on the official pages. Okay, and now this is the documentation page. Let's say if you want to see how code is written, like how means where to find all those things. Let's say EC2 instance create करना है तो क्या लिखना पड़ेगा, VPC create करना है तो क्या लिखना पड़ेगा, S3 bucket create करना है तो क्या लिखना पड़ेगा. So all those things are mentioned within the documentation. Okay, let's say I want to search for, let's say VPC. Let's say I want to create a VPC over here. So AWS underscore VPC is the resource name and we have to provide the CIDR block. Okay, मतलब जो भी चीज़ें मैन्युअली आप प्रोवाइड करते हो within the AWS console, same things you have to provide within the code, and our VPC will get created. Okay, so don't worry much about this code right now. We are going to look into each and every line in great detail. So just understand the thing why Terraform is important and what is the main purpose of the Terraform and why we are learning it. Okay, so till now whatever the introduction part which I have given, and that much is clear to you. So let's go ahead and start with the installation of the Terraform, because we will just start from the scratch. So I will I'll not have any Terraform and nothing on my system. Okay, so this is my command prompt. Let me open it one more time. Okay, CMD. Okay, so this is the command prompt. If I type Terraform, so as of now I don't have Terraform installed at my end. So let's go ahead and do the installation. So we have terraform.io. Okay, this is the page. Let's go to that and go to the download section. Then there are a lot of operating systems, like you want to download for the Mac operating system or Windows, Linux, FreeBSD, OpenBSD or Solaris. As each and every one of you have the Windows laptop, so and I am also having the Windows laptop. So I'm going to make use of Windows operating system, and it means I want to download and install the Terraform on the Windows operating system. So let's click on this download button, and as soon as you click on it, one zip file will get downloaded at your end. Okay, so this is a very small zip file. It will not take much time to install. Okay, so this binary file or this zip file is of very smaller size. Okay, so within that we will be having this Terraform. Okay, so now if every time you download it, the things will go inside the download section. Okay, so this is the download section of our laptop, and our Terraform zip file got installed at this location. Now let's extract this. Let's extract at the same location. As soon as you extract it, you will get a folder out of that zip file. Just go inside that folder and you will see Terraform binary. So this is the binary which is required for installation. So this installation is very simple. You just have to make use of this binary and that's all. There is no other setup we have to do. So now we are into the downloads and then Terraform.136. Okay, so let's go over there. So right now I'm within this admin. Let's go to downloads, Terraform. If I show you that we have this terraform.exe file at this location. Okay, now let's execute this. So you can see this terraform.exe after hitting the dot, this one, okay, without dot slash. After hitting the terraform.exe, I am able to see all the options. It means your Terraform got installed at your end. Okay. But over here there is one problem, that this terraform.exe is present under the download section and within this directory. So this terraform.exe is going to work only from this location only. Let's see if I say terraform.exe hyphen hyphen version. So I got an output that this the version of the Terraform is nothing but 1.2.4. This is the version of the Terraform binary file. Okay, and we are on the Windows operating system. But same thing will not work from other location. Okay, so right now I am within this download section. Let's go out of this download section and let's see if this terraform.exe is going to work from there or not. So I'll come out of it, and at this location you will see terraform.exe doesn't exist because this file I have kept under the download section. So that's where this is going to work from only this location. But I want this terraform command should work from all the other locations as well. So for that matter we have to add the location in the environment variable. Okay, so what I will do, I'll simply copy this file. Okay, I'll just copy this, and so okay, I have copied it. I will just go to the Windows C. You can go to any other location. Okay, because I used to keep my all the software, all the binary file over here, so I'll keep it over here. I'll create one of the directory. Let's create a folder as a Terraform binary, and go within that and paste this. Okay, so whatever the Terraform binary file you have copied, so I have created a folder and I have just pasted it. So now get this location c colon slash terraform binary, where we have this terraform binary, and we have to add this within the environment variable. So just search env. Once you type env, you will get edit the system environment variable. Click on that, then go to environment variables, and you will see one of the path variable over here. So we have to add that location where we have terraform binary file in the path variable. Okay, so let's edit this and add the entry. So likewise we have a lot many things like DevOps tools, Kubernetes. So likewise we are going to add one more entry for the terraform binary. Okay, so I have just added terraform binary location over here. So what it is going to do, whenever I am going to run the terraform command, so it is going to search in all the location that do we have terraform binary file present or not. So it is going to search in this location. If it doesn't found in this location, if it doesn't found in this location, likewise it is going to search all the directories, and at the end our terraform binary file will be found over here, and my code will get my terraform command will get executed successfully from any other location now onwards. So let's okay, this also okay, close this. So still Terraform is not available to us. It's just because this is the older prompt which I have opened, because I have added a system variable into the path. So means updated that path variable. So this terminal is not aware of that. I need to close this and open it again. Let's close it and open it again. So now you can see if I do the Terraform and hit enter, then automatically I am getting this. Maybe this looks little bit smaller. If I hit Terraform and you can see this Terraform is working fine for me, this command is working fine for me. So our Terraform got installed. So you can run this command now from any other location. It's not like only you have to run it from admin, or maybe let's see if I go to desktop and I run Terraform from here, so I will get output from this location as well. Let's say if I go to any other location, so so this Terraform binary file is working perfectly fine. It just because I have added that path variable, I have updated that path variable and added one more entry within that. Okay, so this is the installation of the Terraform. It will not take more than 5 minutes for the installation thing. It's very simple and basic installation. Understood this much about the installation part? So now our Terraform got installed over here. So what we will do, we will see how to write a code in a basic way and how to create an EC2 instance and other things as well. Okay, so for that matter, I'll not make use of this CMD prompt because I don't have habit of it. So I'll always make use of this Visual Studio Code for our writing of the code. Okay, so this Visual Studio Code is helping us to write the Terraform code as well. Okay, it is just because I have installed. So once you have opened this Visual Studio Code, you have to install the Terraform extension. You can see HashiCorp Terraform extension I have installed. You also have to do the same thing. For that matter, if you, let's say, don't have this, just go to the extensions and click search the Terraform and just search with the HashiCorp provided, because HashiCorp is the company name and this is the official extension they have provided. Okay, so just click on that and you will get one option to install it. Right now it is already installed in my case, that's why I'm getting uninstall option, but if it's not there in my system I will get install option, so I'll just install it. So why do we need this extension? This is just because it is going to help us in writing the code. Okay, how it is going to help us, that we will see. Okay, so for that matter, now let's say I want to work on the Terraform configuration file, and in that case, let's what we are going to do in the, let's go to the desktop, and to this desktop let's create one of the directory, and we are going to write all our code within that directory. Okay, so let's create a folder. Let's say tf code. Folder name can be anything, and open that folder from this location. Open folder. Let's open the folder that is tf-code. Okay, as of now this folder is a blank folder, there is nothing within it. So let's start creating a configuration files. Let's create a new file with the name as, let's say, I'll say the file name can be anything. Okay, I'll say provider.tf. Just keep in mind extension must be tf. Okay, if you're writing the Terraform code, in that case you can create a file with any name, but just keep in mind extension must be ending with the .tf. So as soon as you put .tf, one you will see this is the logo of the Terraform which will appear over here. So from this logo only I will come to know that this is the Terraform code or Terraform configuration file. Now over here we are interested in working with the AWS. Okay, so somewhere we need to provide that whatever infrastructure that I wanted to create or I am expecting to create, I want to create it on my AWS. Okay, for that matter we have to make use of the provider block. Okay, so now onwards this is not useful. I'll show you one more time. Let's go to terraform.registry.io, browse providers, and I am interested in this AWS provider. Click on that, and so over here we have one option of use provider. Okay, So it is going to give us some information that if you want to use this AWS provider, in that case we need to write certain code regarding that, and this code is only for making use of the provider. Okay, so let's copy this thing and paste it over here. So we are making use of the Terraform, and which provider we are interested in? We are interested in the AWS, and currently this provider is of the version 4.48.0, and the source is like HashiCorp AWS. Means the thing is, let's say now Terraform is going to interact with the AWS. Okay, so Terraform itself don't have that intelligence to connect with the uh, AWS or maybe some other cloud. Okay, so always we once we, like, let's say once we write this block and once we initialize it, we are going to get plugin. Okay, you will get understanding you definitely in next 5-10 minutes. So whatever the plugins that are provided by this provider, those plugins are going to help us to connect to the AWS. Okay, so this source is nothing but HashiCorp AWS, which is mentioned over here as well. If you will see, this is the source code, and entire source code regarding this is written within this HashiCorp slash, this is the GitHub repository. Okay, and within this GitHub repository each and everything about the Terraform code is written. So if I just go to this GitHub repository which is mentioned over here, so we will come over here. Right now I will not explore this because it will come at later stage of our course. Okay, but each and every code you will get to see on our GitHub pages as well. Okay, so you have two sources, like you can always go to the documentation just to look into the code, or you can look into the GitHub as well. So GitHub is also one of the source where you will get to see all the entire code. Okay, so now we are making use of this AWS as a source, and the version of that provider is nothing but 4.48.0. Maybe after 1 month, 2 month, this version may change as well. So it's not a steady version because AWS provider keep on updating or keep on adding the new things or new parameters. So based on that, the version may change. Okay, now within the AWS, okay, let's say you want to create your infrastructure in the Mumbai region. Okay, so what is the code of that Mumbai region? AP South 1. So we need to specify in which region I am interested in working. Okay, so let's say if I type RE, automatically region will appear over here, and it will give us information the region where AWS operations will take place. Example, these are the examples. Why we are getting this extra information? This is just because we have installed this Terraform extension. If you haven't installed this Terraform extension, you will not get this extra information. So that's where I was telling you that this extension is going to help us in building the code. So I want to use a region that is nothing but Mumbai, which the code of that region is AP South 1. Okay, so let's save this code as of now, and there are three stages, okay, of executing entire code. Okay, as of now we haven't created any resource like EC2 instance or key pair or security group. That thing I haven't mentioned over here. Only thing I mentioned is that I am going to make use of the AWS as a provider, which is mentioned over here, required providers, and I am interested in working with the Mumbai region. Okay, this is the only information I have provided. Okay, so now let's execute this code. For now I'll just make use of the same. Okay, you can make use of the any terminal, like if you want, if you're interested in this mobile term, in that case if you want to do so, just go to the same folder where our code is, like tf code, and we have this provider as a file which we have just written. Okay, and you can run your Terraform related configuration from like a Terraform related commands from here as well, but just to be in the sync and just to be in the same page instead of switching each and everything. So I'm going to make use of the terminal which is provided by the VS Code. So just click on the view and you will see one terminal option. So this is going to create one of the terminals for us. Okay, so this is the same like command prompt terminal. Okay, and you can have multiple options over here. You can use the PowerShell, you can use the Git Bash command prompt, and there are many other things. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and use the TF code, sorry, use this uh, command prompt, okay, for our working purpose. Okay, and we are in the same TF hyphen code, so it means whatever this, let's say if I run any Terraform related command, so that command will be working on this file. Okay, I'll show you that as well. If I show you, you can see we have this provider.tf file, and this provider.tf file is this one which we have just wrote. Okay, now let's make use of the plugin. As of now, we have just written the code and we don't have anything over here. If I just show you as well that within this tf code directory, and just we have this dot history, ignore that, that is of no use for us. Just focus on the tf files. So let's run some Terraform command. I'll explain what exactly this Terraform init is doing. Let it finish first. Terraform में commands बहुत कम है. Only like we have to focus on how to build the code. That will be our main priority. Okay. So this is the first time we are running this Terraform init. So it will take almost next 15 seconds, and post that it will get finished. And internally you will be looking, if you just focus on here, that one dot terraform directory got created at this location. It was not there earlier. Okay, this directory got created just because we have ran terraform init over here. Okay, let me show you the output of this. Okay, so let's go a little bit up. What happened? Once you hit the terraform init, it is going to initialize and it is going to install or download the log file for us. Okay, not log file, sorry, plugin. So, let me explain. This Terraform init is mainly for installing the plugin for us. I already explained that whenever you are going to make use of this AWS as a provider with the version 4 dot this one, so internally a plugin will be the one which is going to help us in connecting to the AWS. Okay, so whatever Terraform code that we are writing up, that plugin is responsible for understanding and creating that infrastructure over the AWS. So once you hit this Terraform init over here, in that case you will see one dot terraform folder we got created, and if you just go within that dot, okay, so this is the within the dot terraform, automatically one provider folder got created, then registry.terraform.io, then HashiCorp, and which provider we are making use, that folder got created AWS, and within that 4.48 whatever. If I wanted to show you from the Windows, if it looks, it will be better because we are doing each and everything on the Windows. So let's go to the desktop, and within that desktop we have created tf dot, sorry, tf code one directory, and this is the dot terraform folder which I was talking about. Okay, so this provider.tf which we have just wrote, and dot terraform is nothing but a directory which got created automatically once you hit the terraform init command. So init is nothing but initialization, which is going to download the plugins associated with that provider. So within the dot terraform we have provider folder, we have these many folders: HashiCorp, AWS, and this is the version of the, and then this is the operating system, and within that we have this exe file. Okay, this is the executable file, and this is nothing but a plugin which I was talking about. So this is the plugin which Terraform just downloaded for us, and this plugin is going to help us in running the further codes. Okay, so we don't have to edit anything, we don't have to modify anything, only thing we just have to download it with the help of Terraform init. Okay, so this much is okay. Now let's say if we think of writing the, or if we think of creating the EC2 instance at our end. Okay, so let's say I am interested in creating EC2 instance on this over this I meant to say AWS cloud provider. Then what code we have to write? So either you can just search the code in the documentation section, or there is one other way. I have already created a code for the Terraform in my GitHub repository. So let's go in my GitHub repository, which is present within the success story, and then go to Terraform. So you will see certain TF related files, count.tf, data.tf, dynamic. So I have given certain names according to the section. So likewise you will get all these files over here. Okay, so uh, if you are interested you can just search it over here as well, but I, I I recommend at the starting, let's not go to the documentation section. At starting just use the ready-made files which are provided, and once you are comfortable within that, then you can go ahead and check the code within this documentation. So let's say I am interested in the EC2 configuration. So you can see over here we have written the provider block AP South 1, and it has mentioned access key and secret key as well. Okay, why do we need it? This is just for connecting purpose, because let's say if I say to my Terraform that I have to create a EC2 instance in AWS, but किसके AWS के अकाउंट में क्रिएट करना है, लाइक सुबोध के अकाउंट के अंदर, गणेश के, विक्रांत के, या फिर एनीवन एल्स. ओके, कौन से AWS के अकाउंट के अंदर? बिकॉज जब आप मैन्युअली क्रिएट करते हो कुछ भी रिसोर्स, सो यू लॉग इन टू दिस अकाउंट फर्स्ट and then you create it. So you need authentication for creating a resource. So same way we need authentication, we need to provide authentication details within this Terraform code as well. Okay, so let's create a access key. Over here I'll provide access key, and let's provide a secret key. Okay, so this access key and secret access key is nothing but the programmatic access. Okay, let's generate that for now. For generating this access key and secret access key, you can create a IAM user and you can make use of that as well, or directly you can create the access key and secret access key for the root user as well by going to security credentials. So this is the one-time setup, you don't need to provide this information again and again. Okay, so let's generate these credentials. As of now I do have this key, but I'm going to deactivate the previous one, and let me delete that as well, and I will create a new access key and secret access key. Okay, so this got deleted. Now I don't have any access key, that's why we are coming 0 over here. Let's create it, and I understand I'm creating it for a root user. This is the access key. Let's copy paste. This is the secret access key. Let's copy paste. Okay, so I have mentioned the access key and secret access key over here. Now it means we are now authenticated. It means whenever I'm going to create any resource via our Terraform, in that case we will not get any authentication related issues. Okay, Now let's go ahead and create the EC2 instance at our end. Okay, so the code, it looks very simple right now. You can see, if I show you first AWS related things, then I will come to this. Let's say if you want to create any instance manually, so you will click on the launch instance, and which all things you must have to provide. Okay, you must have to provide the AMI ID. Let's say if you don't provide AMI ID or don't select, then your instance will not get created. You must have to provide this instance type. If you don't provide it, it will take t2.micro, but our EC2 इंस्टेंस क्रिएशन के अंदर ये दो चीज़ इंपॉर्टेंट है. ये दो चीज़ नहीं रहेगी तो your instance will not get created, like which operating system you want, which software you want, which is provided by the AMI. So we need AMI definitely, and what kind of the hardware we want, what what will be the size of the hardware we want, that is provided by the instance type. So these two things are important. Like key pair रहा नहीं रहा, I don't care. सिक्योरिटी ग्रुप रहा नहीं रहा, आई डोंट केयर. नेटवर्क सेटिंग तो डिफॉल्ट में आता है, like if you don't select anything, automatically each and everything will get selected. So these two things are important for us if you want to create an EC2 instance. Okay, so maybe I'll just show you how to write it from scratch. So resource block is nothing but like what kind of resource I am interested in creating. Okay, so let's say I'm interested in creating an EC2 instance. So what is the resource name associated with that EC2 instance? The resource name is like AWS underscore instance. So how will I come to know that this is the correct thing? You can just go ahead and compare it with the documentation as well. If you want to just look for the documentation for the very first time, then just search for EC2 instance. In that case, you will get to see that within this Elastic Cloud Compute, we have AWS underscore instance as a resource. Just click on that and just look into this section, that if you want to create AWS EC2 instance, in that case, in the Terraform language, you need to make use of this resource AWS underscore resource. Okay, so this is the keyword. Okay, we cannot write anything within this. Okay, because based on this, whatever you are providing, let's say आपको load balancer create करना है, तो you have to write the keyword associated with the load balancer. If you want to create a key pair, you have to write a key like a keyword associated with a key pair. So right now I am interested in the instance, so I'm going to copy this AWS underscore instance, and this is the local name. This can be anything, like the way you mention, my first EC2 instance or web1 web2 जो भी है. Let's say I will write web1 as this is my first EC2 instance, and which all parameters are required for this. AMI is mandatory for this, so I'll provide AMI. Apart from that, instance type is mandatory for this. So you can see I don't have to write each and everything, only type if I just type first 3-4 characters, rest of the things automatically will get populated. So I'm interested in the instance type. So what instance type I'm interested in? T2.micro. And what will be the AMI? AMI details we will just fetch it from the AWS page. So this is the AMI. We are interested in creating a EC2 instance from this AMI. So let's save it. So once you save it, then once you save it and execute the code, then it is going to create a AWS instance for us. Okay, let's see how it is going to create a AWS EC2 instance. Okay, so maybe for a certain period of time, I'll just show you via this. So we are at the same location like TF code, and if you will see, we have this provider.tf file, and within that provider.tf file, I have added this Terraform related provider related configuration, and within the provider block, in which region I want to work, and now I want to create this EC2 instance. So in which account that EC2 instance will get created, which is defined over here, access key and secret key. Okay, so next command is like Terraform plan. This plan is nothing but to show you which all things will get created. ठीक है, प्लान चीज़ें क्रिएट नहीं करता, रिसोर्स क्रिएट नहीं करता. Plan is just going to give us the plan that whatever the code we are writing, what that code will do if we apply. Okay, so plan is like one to add. Let's look into the entire output. So we have ran the things from this location, Terraform plan, and our resource that will get created. Okay, plus create, it means a resource is getting created. We can destroy the resource as well with the help of Terraform, but as of now we have written the code in a such way that it is going to create it. So this plus create, it means a resource will get created. Which resource will get created? AWS instance dot web1 जो अपन ने नाम दिया था, that will get created. And we have just provided two things within that. We have provided AMI and we have provided the instance type t2.micro. Rest of the things we haven't provided, like in which availability zone that will get created, I haven't provided. So I will come to know once that instance will get created, because जब तक आप instance create नहीं करते तब तक you will not come to know. Let's say if you provide subnet uh, subnet details while creating, definitely that within the particular AZ instance will get created, but right now I haven't mentioned any of the information apart from AMI and instance type, rest of the things. So definitely we will come to know. जैसे I mean to say instance ID क्या होगा. Instance ID we will come to know after applying, means after creating this EC2 instance. Then after that key pair क्या होगा, it will also come to know after applying, because all these details I never provided to my configuration file. So that's where each and other things will the output will be like known after apply. मतलब जब आप Terraform apply करोगे उसके बाद ही ये सारी values populate होगी. Okay, so this plan is just to show you that which all things that we are going to create. So now I was interested in creating EC2 instance. So one to add मतलब एक resource add होगा, and that resource is nothing but EC2 instance. Now let's go ahead and apply it. Apply मतलब creating AWS infrastructure, creating the infrastructure in AWS in reality. Okay, so this Terraform apply, again it is going to show us the plan one more time before proceeding further. So whatever the output that we have seen in case of the plan, we will get to see the same output again. Like this is the plan, 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. मतलब कोई resource change नहीं हो रहा, कोई resource destroy नहीं हो रहा है. So if I'm happy with this plan, then I have to type yes. Okay, only yes will be accepted to approve. मतलब if I want to approve this thing and proceed further, I just have to type yes and go ahead. So now you will be seeing that AWS underscore instance dot web1 is in the creating state. Okay, so it will take almost 30 seconds to get created, and meanwhile we can see the same thing in our AWS as well. Okay, so in AWS I was not having any instance. So now you can see this in the pending condition. So this got created via Terraform. Okay, you will not come to know over here that this got created via Terraform or this got created manually. But earlier we were not having any running instance in that, and now you can see our apply complete, resource 1 added, 0 change and 0 destroyed. तो change कब होता है, destroy कैसे करते हैं, that we will see definitely. But let's focus on this what it has applied. So it took almost 32 seconds to create an EC2 instance. So now you see the magic that I don't have to log into my EC2 instance, I don't have to do anything over here, and automatically with the help of the code which I have just written within this block, my EC2 instance got created successfully. So I can write the code for other resources as well, like VPC, security group, internet gateway, NAT gateway, subnet, route table. जितने भी चीज़ें अपन ने AWS में मैन्युअली क्रिएट किए, all those things we can create with the help of Terraform as well. Okay, and whenever you are working on a project, the infrastructure will be quite big, and it's definitely not easy to maintain or manage it manually. That's where we will need a infrastructure as a code tool. अभी मैंने बस एक इंस्टेंस बनाया. नाउ यू विल सी, एक इंस्टेंस तो मैं मैन्युअली भी 5 मिनट में बना दूंगा, तो वाई आई विल यूज टेराफॉर्म. बट over here we will learn the Terraform, we will not learn the bigger infrastructure. Okay, we just need to know how Terraform we are going to make use of it by creating a small resources, but in reality you have to manage a bigger infrastructure with the help of Terraform. But only thing, the concept matter, even though it might be a bigger infrastructure or smaller infrastructure, that doesn't matter. All the commands will still remain the same. Like we are doing Terraform init for initializing purpose, downloading the plugins related to that provider. Then we are going to write the certain code, like in which region I want to create, in which means in which account I want to create. So I have to provide access key, secret access key. This access key and secret access key will be different for you. Okay, let's not make my access key secret access key. Anyway, after finishing this tutorial, I'm going to deactivate it, so you will not be able to use it. So you have to create your own access key and secret access key for practice purpose, and then just write the content or write the code regarding the our resource. So this block will be static, we are not going to change it anything over here, because this is just a provider related block. Main block that is going to create infrastructure is resource related block. ठीक है. थोड़ा बहुत समझा अभी तक whatever we have discussed. As we know, we have just created this resource, and this resource got created successfully at this location. Okay, it is in the running as well. Now let's say I want to delete this resource. Okay, the way I have created it, in the same way I can go ahead and destroy this resource as well. Okay, if you want to just destroy this resource, in that case you just have to say, in case of apply, you just mention destroy. Okay, so this is going to delete the resource. So whatever the infrastructure that we have created with the help of this code, that infrastructure will get deleted automatically. Okay, if we make use of the destroy. So this EC2 instance with a name as a web1 will get destroyed successfully. So again, while destroying as well, we will get a notification. Okay, so when you do the destroy, again it is going to show the plan that once you hit destroy, what is going to happen. So it is going to minus symbol है यहाँ पे, मतलब it is going to destroy, and it is going to say as well suggest. So always remember, minus is for destroy, plus is for create. So it is going to destroy. What it is going to destroy? A AWS instance it is going to destroy. Okay, you will see this will be destroyed. And earlier we were looking that known after apply, but now each and every details got appeared over here. So like, what is the, this is the AMI we have provided, this is the Amazon resource name of our instance, and you will get to see each and every detail. Like आपको यहाँ पे दिखेगा पब्लिक आईपी क्या है अपने इंस्टेंस का, एंडिंग विथ 146. So let's go to this and look for the public IP. You can see ending with 146. So each and every detail about the EC2 instance will get stored in backend. Okay, it's not like only these two parameter, मतलब जब create करते हैं, so we will get to no, like we have to provide only the minimal details, but once it got created, each and every detail will appear over here. Okay, and let's say if I want to proceed with the destroy, so you will see one to destroy, मतलब एक item एक resource destroy होगा. So let's accept it and destroy it. So it is going to destroy. Let's say this code is going to, let's say, create 4 EC2 instance. So in that case it is going to delete 4, मतलब जितने भी रिसोर्स क्रिएट किए हैं वो सारे के सारे रिसोर्स डिलीट हो जाएंगे with the help of destroy. And the file name doesn't matter, as I have explained earlier, that whatever can be the file name over here, only matter is .tf. tf is the extension of the Terraform, so you have to always make use of the tf extension. What you can write anything like 1.tf, 2.tf, anything you can mention, but I request just provide the relevant name so that it will be easy for understanding purpose. So now destruction got completed after 30 seconds and one resource got destroyed. So let's see whether it got destroyed or not. So now the same resource got into the terminated status because we have destroyed the things. So we have looked into mainly 3 to 4 commands right now, and these are the main commands that we are going to use every time. Okay, so it's not like there are a lot of commands. There are mainly almost 5 to 10 commands, not more than that, and we have to make use of those commands every time. Okay, so as of now we have just tried with these things like Terraform, init, then we have seen Terraform plan. Plan is just to give you a brief idea what it is going to create. Then we have seen Terraform apply. Apply is nothing but whatever things we have written over here, those things will get applied and infrastructure will get created. And destroy is nothing but जो भी apply ने create किया, all those things will get destroyed. Okay, there is one more option that we can provide to this, that is nothing but this one. Okay, let's say I will try to apply it again. Okay, and this extra code I have written, so it is showing me an error, so let me comment this. So with the help of hash you can comment out, मतलब आपको कुछ line comment करनी है, so just provide hash in front of it, that line will get commented. Okay, so I have just commented these unwanted things, and let's apply now. So again my instance will get created. Okay, a new instance will get created, but this time the thing is it will always ask me for yes or no. Okay, so what I will do, in case of automation related thing, there is no scope of providing yes or no. Okay, because if you want to build some automation thing, there is, you will not be interrupting the script by providing yes or no. In that case just do control C, and in that case you just have to provide hyphen hyphen auto approve. If you provide hyphen hyphen auto approve, in that case our command was earlier waiting for us to provide yes or no to proceed further, but over here after providing hyphen hyphen auto approve, this command will not wait for me to provide yes or no. It is like auto approval. Okay, so automatically it is going to create the things for us. It is not going to wait for me to provide yes or no. Okay, so this is the one extra command which we will make use of, and this command we can make use with the apply as well, and we can make use with the destroy as well. So while destroying as well, you have seen like it was asking us for wait, like should we proceed further or not, a destruction process. So in case of destroy as well, I'm going to means I can make use of it, hyphen hyphen auto approve. So let's destroy the thing without even waiting for a manual approval. Okay, so let it destroy. Then yeah, now you can see one item is getting destroyed, and it's not asking me for yes or no, automatically it is destroying the things. So this is mainly required for automation purpose, because at that time there will be no one who is going to provide yes or no, and otherwise our Terraform command will stuck if we don't write auto approve option. So let's wait for the destroying purpose. Let's go to this. So we have two terminated instance because we have created applied twice and destroyed twice. So we have these two. Now let's look into. I think we will stop over here because there are many other things that we have to discuss, like what is this log file, what is this state file, and what is this backup state file. So all those things are also important to understand, but it will take some time to understand, and I don't want to overload you on the very first day. So from my end, I'll just wrap it up over here. uh, let's say you create one provider.tf, okay, and let's say if I copy this code, we'll do the practical of this as well. Let's say if I create one more, let's say 2.tf, and again you write the same thing over here, okay. Then in that case we have two configuration file, okay, not at this location, basically at the level of this terraform.tf, at the level of provider.tf, let's say 2.tf. So we have 1.tf, so we have provider.tf, we have 2.tf. As I told you, name doesn't matter to us. In that case, if you apply it, two EC2 instance will get created. One EC2 instance from this file, one EC2 instance from this file. So the thing is, this both file will act as a only single file. Even though we are writing the different things in different file, but Terraform will consider all the files as a single file and do apply. Okay, I hope you guys understood the things, and definitely this is the first day, so I'll not overwhelm with lot of knowledge, lot of theoretical practical things. So we'll just wrap it up and see you on Monday. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.